Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka B.Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend, and a happy Friday, y'all! Stacey Dash apologizes to the black community. Kanye West changes all of his numbers, y'all. And Prince William says the royal family isn't racist. You know what to do. Grab your tea, grab your beverage. Let go. We've made it to the end of another week, beauty besties. It's Friday. And what do you have planned for your Friday? What do you have planned for your weekend? And ciao, let's talk. I have nothing on the books confirmed yet for my weekend. Obviously, it's Miami, so I got somebody in town. But one, I had a good week, by the way. And two, I'm just trying to actually just do a little bit of like self-care and cleaning up around the house just to kind of get a little tidy. So nothing major in the books, no brunches planned just yet. But with me, anything could change at the drop of a dime, sugar. So did you guys hear about the latest from Netflix? Now I'm just going to say this. Netflix is trying to drop some boundaries like it's a bad relationship. Netflix, I don't need any boundaries, but they're now testing out a new feature. But if you have somebody's password, or even if you're an authorized user on the account, they're now dropping this screen that pops up saying you must now live in the same household with the owner of the Netflix account. And if you don't, it might be time to get your own. First of all, I feel attacked, okay? Second of all, Netflix, who are you to try to tell me I can't use somebody's login and password, allegedly, if they decide to give it to me? Now, I'm not saying I'm on anybody's Netflix account, wink, wink, but I'm just saying, if somebody has a family plan, if somebody wants to share their password with a friend and or family member, they should be able to do so and not be trolled by this whole pop-up screen talking about I need to live in the same household with them. Well, guess what? I do via Zoom. We live in the same household. I thought I would share that because who knows where this is going to go. They say that it's in testing phase. For all of us out here that's sharing somebody's Netflix password, we've been warned. Moving on. Child, Dr. Dre and his estranged wife, Nicole, are back in the headlines. Nicole has recently filed for a restraining order against Dr. Dre, citing the fact that Dr. Dre is making death threats towards her. In addition, she's saying that he also made death threats and threats of harm in his latest unreleased song. And so she went to the courts and said, I need protection. I need him to stay at least 100 yards away from me, and that I don't feel safe. Now, the getcha gotcha is, and the gag, is the courts denied her restraining order petition, citing that there was not enough evidence to justify the petition. Now, here's my question for all of y'all out here, because I speak law and order, and I speak major crimes. Now, not enough evidence? If this woman is saying she's getting death threats, and this man put in his whole music that he wanted to do bodily harm against Nicole, judge, sir, sis, how much more evidence do you need? He basically is on tape admitting to a potential crime waiting to happen. Isn't that called premeditated something? Premeditated assault? Premeditated murder? Meditated? I'm just trying to figure out here, how much more proof do you need in order to grant this woman some security with a restraining order against her ex-husband, Dr. Dre? Maybe we might need to take a lesson from Snapped or First 48 to understand what the outcome could be if we don't take heed in the beginning. I don't know if this is extra drama Nicole is trying to drum up against Dr. Dre, because what we do know is that this divorce has gotten messier and messier since last year, child, and it is now like two cats fighting on a hot tin roof over this divorce. And now Nicole has thrown her blow. So baby, what we know for sure is Dr. Dre does not play fair, honey. Don't let that aneurysm fool you. He is still out here in these streets ready to scrap. Nicole actually might be onto something. So Stacey Dash is now in the news. You know Stacey Dash from Clueless, the one that's been in the news the last couple of years, saying that she wasn't black, clearly proving to all of us that there are a few screws a little loose up in her head. Yes, honey. Well, Stacey Dash is trying to offer the black community an apology, saying that she apologizes for her past on Fox News and that she got tired of being the angry black conservative woman because that's what Fox News wanted. She apologized for that her comments in the past may have rubbed people the wrong way. And she also apologized on the effect of her supporting Donald Trump may have had to people. Listen, I believe that people should be able to properly apologize and redeem themselves genuinely. But in this case, ma'am, we don't want your apology. On behalf of the black community, and when I say on behalf of the black community, I'm speaking about myself, my ancestors, and friends and family of the grieved black people. We have a formal complaint for you. We do not want your apology. You're still not invited to the cookout. Do not bring paper towels. Do not bring potato salad. And do not pass go. We don't want you back into the black community because you made it very, very clear, sugar, that you did not want to be a part of this community because you threw this community up, left, right, side to side, multiple times on television, on Twitter, on the Twitter, and every other social media outlet that you can get your hands across. Now, sis, if this is you because you're out of a job right now and you feel like you need to do something to redeem yourself, to make yourself hireable again, if that's the case, file for unemployment, girl. But what we don't want is your fodder on anybody else's television. We don't accept your apology. I don't accept your apology. And you can go hang out in the corner over here with Omarosa because you know she's still not invited to the cookout either. Like, am I wrong here, beauty besties? Should Stacey Dash be redeemed? Should she have the opportunity to be back in the good graces of us black people? Like, I just feel like she did a lot to really tear us down, that she does not deserve to be able to come back to us. I don't know, child. Meanwhile, she's about to divorce her fourth husband. Girl, sit down somewhere, collect your thoughts, and do a little self-care, sis. And maybe we'll see you on the flip side. And that's a strong maybe. Moving on. Speaking of crazy, Kanye West apparently has changed all of his telephone numbers. And apparently he did this even before Kim filed for divorce. But the tea is, Kanye not only changed his numbers, but he changed his numbers and told Kim if she needed to contact him, contact and reach out to his bodyguards. Excuse me, fool? You have 4 children with this woman. You're telling me the mother of your child, in the event of an emergency, a God forbid an emergency with one of these chillins, she has to contact your bodyguard because she can't text or call you directly to your cellular device because you wanted to change all your numbers? Sir, go sit down someplace. And, you know, the crazy part is, apparently, even though they're not talking to each other, they're actually supposed to be co-parenting quite lovely. So Kim has not shipped the kids up to Wyoming to the ranch, but apparently Kanye has been in California very frequently, and when he's there, he goes by the house because Kim kept their marital home because obviously this is the children's home. So she's like, I'm not giving up this home, even though we bought this home together. But apparently Kanye bought this house and Kim and Kanye split the cost for renovation. Well, Kim is like, this is the children's home. I'm not moving out. So apparently the way this works now is Kanye will come to the house. And because, you know, I have tons of nannies, it's like the changing of the children, like changing of the guards. So Kanye comes to the house, and then when Kanye comes, Kim leaves the house, and she's gone doing whatever Kim does, and then she comes back and Kanye leaves, and that allows him to spend time with the children. Child, Kanye, do better, sugar. Do the children have your numbers? Because you know little Northwest now should be at the age of a cell phone. But does Northwest have your number? Can she call you directly, Pops? Or does she need to call the bodyguard too? I'm confused. So Prince William has officially spoken since this interview with Harry, Meghan, and Oprah. And in doing so, he and Kate were on their way to a school, to visit a school. And the Paps asked Prince William if the family was racist. Now, what did the paparazzi expect William to say? Did the paparazzi expect William to say, absolutely, we're racist and we're trying to work through it now? Of course not, right? William was like, absolutely, me and the royal family are not racist at all. Duh. Like, those are kind of questions that's like, excuse me, T.I. and Tiny, did y'all drug and rape these people? Well, absolutely we did. I feel like those are just like dumb, like rhetorical questions that should not even be asked, because even if they were racist, William, after all the damage Harry, Meghan, and Oprah did with this interview, you really think William is going to be like, absolutely we're racist, and I was the one that asked about Archie's skin color? No. So William has doubled down, and he's saying that the family is not racist. Okay. And that he has not spoken to his brother yet, but he plans on doing so. To me, that sounds like there about to be a few more months going between them before he actually speaks to his doggone brother. William, suck it up. You're the future heir of the throne, and talk to your brother, okay? Speaking of the royal family, so apparently Meghan Markle filed a formal complaint with ITV, the network, for the talk show that Piers Morgan walked off from. Now, apparently she filed this, not only did she file this complaint, she filed this complaint with the head bosses and like the CEOs. So I wonder if that's the reason why Piers Morgan really did walk away, is because they got not only 41,000 complaints from the public, but Meghan Markle herself dialed in and spoke to somebody complaining formally against Piers Morgan. Good for you, Meghan. And speaking of that, can we talk about white privilege? Sharon Osbourne is trending right now because she had a whole white woman Karen meltdown on The Talk on Wednesday, having a conversation with Cheryl Underwood, the black co-host there. Now, here's my issue. Sharon did a tweet saying that she absolutely supported Piers Morgan and the fact that Piers is being paid for his opinion, and so therefore she stands by him. Listen, you can have an opinion, but there's a difference between having an opinion and being racist, misogynistic, and everything else, which Piers Morgan is. And so apparently, I guess the conversation came up. Sharon got real defensive and dug her Karen heels into the ground and had the nerve to challenge Cheryl Underwood, a black co-host, to tell Sharon, tell me, educate me on what he has said that has been racist. First of all, sis, it is not my plight as the black person to educate you as the white person on the struggles of racism and what we go through as black people. And I need people to understand and listen to this very clear. This is where it goes wrong. If you want to be educated, if you want to be an ally, then you do the research yourself. And once you do the research, if you still have questions, then you ask your friend for answers. But do not come to your quote-unquote friend, co-worker, demanding to be taught about your ignorance. First off, what got me going and burnt my biscuits is she had the nerve to tell Cheryl, and do not start crying, because if anybody has the right to cry, I do. For what, white woman? Was racism being hurled at you? Were you telling your truth about racism and people aren't believing you and the media trying to tear you down? Like, the fact that Sharon Osbourne sat on this stage hiding behind the fact that she's not racist and that people are going to potentially associate her with being racist because she's friends with Piers Morgan and try to play victim is the root of the issue at heart. And you know what, Cheryl Underwood? I get that you were trying to save face, and I guess and understand that Sharon Osbourne in private is your friend, but in general, you were quite gracious with her and how you handled her and her meltdown on national television, and having to also assert that you want people to understand that she's not racist. Child, y'all gonna learn that it is not up to us to help y'all through this struggle, and y'all need to look within. Now, meanwhile, since all this fallout, Piers Morgan now is demanding an apology from the Talk CBS for forcing Sharon to apologize, because Sharon has now tweeted an apology, and of course, it's the same old PR apology. I've sat with these comments. I will look within. I will try to do better to learn. Okay, yawn. Let's move on. All right, guys, I got to go. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Leave me a comment if you like, and like this video. But most importantly, check those notifications and make sure they're turned on. Who loves you? I do, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.